Okay, before we start the main part of our flipbook, let me explain a bit about the cover and the table of contents. So as you can see on the cover, our topic is learning style and punctuation. This project was made by Group 2, which consists of me, Alya Chaidir, Rafa Setiawan, and Alni Kaisiepo. This material was graded by Miss Susan Febriantina and Miss Ervina Maulida from the Faculty of Economics and Business Office Administration Education Program. And the cover design used a vintage and classic theme because we wanted it to look elegant and formal, just like an English learning material of our textbook. And okay, moving on the table of content, here we list all the topic included in our flipbook. It starts with the warm up, then continues with helping and learning, asking for and giving help, and then listening and understanding how to learn, and vocabulary focused learning a language, and vocabulary learning technique used, and learning to learn how to learn, and then understanding your learning style and creating a learning space, and then staying motivated and reflection and discussion, and mini review quiz, and final challenge, create your personal, and the last one is bibliography. Okay. So, hi everyone. So, in the part one, I'm going to talk about helping and learning. And learning isn't something we do alone. Sometimes we understand better when we help each other or when someone help us. In the classroom, teamwork and communication are really important to make learning more effective and more enjoyable. In this part, there are some discussion questions to help us ref- reflect, like when was the last time you helped someone, or when was the last time you asked for help. This question reminds us that learning also means working together and supporting each other. Then there's a mini activity called help chain. In this activity, you think of three ways students can help each other in learning. For example, is like explaining to a topic to a classmate, or sharing notes, or encouraging a friend when they feel stuck. And the main goal of this section is to show that helping each other can also help us to learn better. Because when we explain something or share our knowledge, we actually understand it more deeply. So basically, helping and learning go hand in hand. When we teach, we also learn. So for the after we talk about helping and learning in part two, we focus more on how to ask for and give help in daily situations. Sometimes when we study or work, we face problem or thing we don't understand. In those moments, knowing how to ask for help politely really matters. In this part, there are some key expressions that can help us communicate better. For example, it's like, can you help me with this? Or maybe it's like, could you show me how to use it? And maybe are like, sorry, I don't understand. This expression help us sound polite, confident, and more comparative. Then we can see two short dialogue in this section. The first one is about technical problems, and the second one is about losing something. These examples show how those expressions are actually used in real conversation. There's also a practice stage where we match each situation with the correct phrases. It's a simple way to remember and practice the expression. From this part, we can learn that asking for help doesn't mean we are weak. It shows that we're open to learning. And giving help to others also builds good teamwork and communication. And then moving on to part three, this part is talk about listening and understanding how to learn. In this section, Nicholas Bate from Strategic at LTD explained how people can learn more effectively. He believed that learning isn't just about getting information, but about understanding. how our brain works best gitu. There are several key points here, and the first one is having a positive attitude. We have to believe that we can learn. And the second one is about everyone learns differently. Is some people learn by seeing, other by listening or by doing. And the third one is teaching others can actually make us understanding something better. And Nicholas Bate also say that successful companies create a learning culture where everyone is encouraged to keep learning. And finally, every learner has to take responsibility for their own progress. After that, there are reflection questions um, that help us to think deeper, like what are example of negative thinking or why teaching other is powerful. Basically, this part reminds us that learning is not only about studying hard, but also about knowing how to learn smart by understanding ourselves, staying positive, and taking responsibility for our own learning journey. And maybe for the next chapter,
Okay,
for the next chapter,
next is part 4. We talk about vocabulary focus learning a language. This part begin with a warm-up activity that help us reflect on our experience in learning a new language. It asks questions such as how we start learning English and what we find most difficult in the process. It reminds us that learning a language involves many important skills like listening, speaking, reading, and writing. However, none of these skills can be mastered without a strong understanding of vocabulary. Uh, and the section also include a short activity called like choose the correct word to complete the sentence. Uh, this exercise help us practice vocabulary in context, which is very useful for improving our language accuracy and fluency. Okay, next slide. Okay, in part 5, we talk about vocabulary learning techniques. Part 5 focus on technique for learning vocabulary effectively. It explains that learning vocabulary is not just about memorizing words, but also about understanding, remembering, and using them naturally. In it includes several useful techniques, such as using a vocabulary notebook, learning word in context, studying word families using flashcard or apps, and applying and practicing regularly. The main message, the main message of this part is that we should just study word. We must use them in daily life. At the end, there is a short vocabulary exercise to test how well we can apply what we're learning. And the part 6, learning plan, how to learn. This part explains the importance of having a clear learning plan. A learning plan helps us decide what to learn, how to learn, and when to learn. It keeps our progress visible, our goals realistic, and our motivation strong. There are 6 important steps to create an effective learning plan. The first one is set clear goals. And next, identify your learning style, choose the right resource, make a study schedule, review and reflect regularly, and the last one, stay consistent and motivate. This section also provide discussion question that encourage us to reflect on our personal goals in learning English, how we plan our weekly study time, and which learning method work best for us. Okay, next slide. And in part 7, we talk about understanding your learning style. Uh, this part discuss how different people learn in different ways. A learning style is the way a person prefers to take in, process, and remember information. By understanding our by understanding our own learning style, we can study more effectively and choose the method that matches how our brain works best. Uh, there are four main learning style. The first one is visual learning. Learn best through image, chart, and diagram. And the second is auditory learn. It means learn by listening to explain or discussion. And third, reading or writing learner. It meaning prefer learning through reading text and writing summarize. And the last one, kinesthetic learner. It means understand best through hand-on activities and real-life practice. Knowing our learning style help us find the best strategies to study effectively and enjoy the learning process more. Okay, next part will be continue with my friends.
Okay, next, part 8 discuss how to create an effective learning space. Learning isn't just about what we study, but also where and how we do it. A comfortable and organized study area can help us stay focused and motivated. We need to manage our time wisely by finding out when we study. Best, some people are more productive in the morning while others prefer studying at night. Choosing the right place is also important, whatever is at home, in a library, a cafe, or a classroom, as long as it helps us concentrate better. Essentially, tools like notebooks, pens, computers, or earphones also play a big role in making learning more effective. As the saying goes, a good learning space is quiet, comfortable, and full of motivation. With the right and environment, studying becomes more focused, productive, and enjoyable. Next. Part 9. Part 9 focus on the importance of staying motivated in the learning process. Even with the best study space and schedule, progress won't happen without motivation. This section without motivation. This section introduces several simple but effective tips to keep our spirit high while studying. First, we can reward ourselves after completing a task, like taking a short break, watching a video, or enjoying a favorite snack. Next, studying with a partner or group can make learning more enjoyable and help us stay this. We can also track our progress, every hour confidence, and encourage us to keep going. Lastly, using positive affirmation such as I can do this or I'm getting better every day, our mindset and motivation. Part 10 focus on reflection and discussion, which encourages us to think deeply about what and how we learn. It reminds us that learning isn't just about understanding the material, but also about understanding our own learning process. Reflection help us in the fidden our search and areas we can improve. There are several key points. Remember, first, we should recognize our learning style. Whatever we learn best by saying, listening, or doing. Next. Okay. Mini review quiz, which help us check how well we understand all the previous lessons, from learning stylus and motivation to learning responsibility. It's a short but meaningful review to make sure we remember the key ideas. The first question asks about the three main learning styles, which are visual, auditory, and physical. This show the different was people learn best. Some through saying, some through hearing, and other through doing. Lastly, the quiz asks for two ways to stay motivated while learning, such setting clear goals and rewarding ourselves. And then last one is the final challenge, where we put everything we've learned into action by creating our own personal learning plan. This activity help us apply all the lessons from the previous parts and design a study routine that truly works for us. We begin by setting our learning goals, what we want to achieve this semester of year. Then we identify our learning style, visual, auditory, or kinesthetic, so we can study in a way that matches how we learn best. After that, we create a study schedule, choosing the time when we're most productive, whatever it's morning, afternoon, or night. We also add our motivation strategies, like giving ourselves a reward after finishing tasks or studying with friends. Our learning tools and environment shows us where we like to study and what helps us focus better. And then, okay, I will turn it to Alya.
Yeah, so before the last one, this is a bibliography about our flipbook, and that's all for our flipbook presentation with the title Learning Style and Punctuation. Through this flipbook, we're learning that understanding our learning style, managing our time and space, and staying motivated and are all important parts of becoming better learners. We hope this project can help you guys reflect on how you to learn, not just what you learn. Thank you for watching and learning with us. See you next time, and remember, learning never stops. Thank you, everyone.
Let me explain our poster titled Learning Style and Punctuation. This poster was created by Group 2 from the Upper Administration Education Program, Universitas Negeri Jakarta. Our group members are Alya, Kalisha, Chaidir, Rafa Setiawan, and Shiva, Kaisiepo. First, let's talk about learning style. Everyone has their own way of learning. Some people learn better by seeing. We call them visual learns. Others learn better by hearing. They are auditory learns, and some learn by best by doing. They are kinesthetic learns. Knowing your learning style helps you choose the best strategies, tools, and environments to study effectively. It also make the learning process more enjoyable and efficient. In short, to learn better, we need to understand how we learn. Uh, okay, I'll turn it to Rafa Setiawan.
Okay, next we move to motivation. Motivation is the key to success in learning. It helps us stay focused even when studying becomes difficult. We can keep our motivation by setting goals, rewarding ourselves for achievement, and surrounding ourselves with positive people. True motivation also comes from within. It's about believing that every small effort today will help us become better tomorrow. Next, will be continue with Alya.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Rafa. Now let's talk about punctuation. Proper punctuation is very important in writing. It helps make our sentences feel more clear, professional, and easy to understand. If punctuation mark has a purpose, for example, it's like commas separate ideas, periods and talks, and question marks show curiosity. So using punctuation correctly help us communicate more effectively. Finally, in the how to learn section, we give a few simple tips. The first one is use active learning techniques, and the second one is organize information effectively, and the last one is practice regularly, and the last one is these habits help us more improve our learning process and achieve better results. In conclusion, our poster reminds us that understanding our learning style, staying motivated, and using proper punctuation are all important part of being an effective learner. Uh, just that. Thank you for your attention.